2025 has been wild for photographers. Medium format monsters, full frame beasts, and compact game changers. But which camera actually deserves your money this year? Let's settle that once and for all. Hey everyone, welcome back to Alt Buzz, where we break down the latest gear and trends in photography and filmmaking, with zero fluff and pure insight. If you love staying ahead of the curve in the photo world, hit subscribe and join thousands of creators who trust Alt Buzz for honest reviews and real-world advice. This is the underdog that punches way above its weight, the Fujifilm X-S20. Look, the X-S20 may sit at the affordable end of this list, but its feature set feels anything but budget. You're getting a 26.1 megapixel APS-C X-Trans CMOS 4 sensor paired with Fujifilm's legendary color science. And those colors, they deliver tones and textures that genuinely rival full-frame bodies. You see, this camera gives you 651-point phase-detect autofocus with solid subject tracking, and there's a reliable IBIS system offering up to 7 stops of stabilization, which is ideal for handheld work or when you're shooting travel content on the move. It's light, it's compact, and it's perfectly balanced for hybrid creators who love switching between stills and video. You're getting 4K at 60 frames per second video capabilities here, which honestly makes this thing incredibly versatile. Now here's where it gets interesting. On Reddit and photography forums, creators aren't just calling this a good camera, they're calling it a versatile hybrid that makes photography fun again. And that's because of the intuitive dials, the improved battery life over previous models, and Fuji's film simulations that inject nostalgia straight out of camera. No heavy editing required. The grip feels natural in your hand. The menu system doesn't fight you, and when you're out shooting, there's this sense of lightness, not just in weight, but in the experience itself. If you're starting your journey or need a lightweight backup body that doesn't compromise on capability, the X-S20 hits that sweet spot. Practical, affordable, and surprisingly addictive. It's the kind of camera that reminds you why you fell in love with photography in the first place. One fixed lens, one frame, infinite stories. That's the Leica Q3. The Q3 carries Leica's timeless design and that unmistakable minimalism, but don't be fooled by the simplicity. Under that beautifully machined metal shell lies a 60.3 megapixel full-frame backside illuminated CMOS sensor, paired with the iconic Summilux 28mm f1.7 ASPH lens. This combination, it gives you breathtaking sharpness, edge-to-edge clarity, and those signature Leica colors that feel cinematic straight out of camera. There's a depth to the images, a kind of three-dimensional quality that's hard to describe until you see it. Now, the Q3 also introduces phase-detect autofocus, which is a huge upgrade over previous Q models. You're getting 8K video capability and robust weather sealing that makes this camera far more capable than its predecessors. It's no longer just a fair-weather street camera. You can take this into the rain, into the dust, into real shooting conditions. Street photographers absolutely adore this camera because it forces discipline. No zoom, no distractions, just framing and storytelling. You have to move your feet. You have to see the scene differently. On X and Reddit, creators praise its speed and compactness with comments like, "It's the only camera that makes me slow down and see again." And that's not just poetic language, that's the actual shooting experience. The 28mm focal length feels natural once you adjust to it. Wide enough for environmental portraits and street scenes, but not so wide that everything gets distorted. It's the Goldilocks focal length for visual storytelling. For photographers who value the moment over menus, the Leica Q3 is pure visual meditation. One lens, one vision, endless possibilities. It strips photography down to what matters: light, composition, and connection. Engineered like a tank, but paints like a brush. Meet the Leica SL3. The SL3 is Leica's professional flagship mirrorless, and it's featuring a 60 megapixel backside illuminated CMOS full-frame sensor that's capable of capturing exquisite color gradation and micro detail that you can feel in the files. It delivers 15 frames per second bursts, an IP54 rated weather-sealed body that can handle basically anything you throw at it, and an ergonomic design so refined it feels like it was sculpted specifically for your hand. Every button, every dial, it's all exactly where your fingers expect it to be. Beyond the specs though, it's Leica's color science that wins hearts. The tones, especially in skin and landscapes, are unbelievably organic. There's a smoothness to the color transitions, a richness in the mid-tones that makes images feel alive rather than just technically accurate. Add to that a high-resolution 5.76 million EVF that shows you exactly what you're capturing, an industry-leading build quality, and you've got a camera made to last decades, not product cycles. This isn't designed for obsolescence, it's designed for legacy. The SL3 isn't just about specs, it's about craftsmanship, about holding a camera that makes you want to shoot. It's overbuilt, over-engineered, and utterly satisfying in a way that modern electronics rarely are anymore. When you lift this camera to your eye, there's a sense of confidence, a sense that this tool won't let you down, won't fail when it matters, won't compromise your vision because of technical limitations. It's a camera for photographers who understand that gear isn't everything, but the right gear, built the right way, can elevate your work in ways that are difficult to quantify, but impossible to ignore once you experience it. Sony took the A7R5 soul and packed it into something you can take anywhere. That's the A7CR. The A7CR combines the 61 megapixel full-frame backside illuminated sensor of the A7R5 with a compact travel-sized body that redefines what high-resolution photography can look like. It delivers stills that rival studio cameras, yet it weighs less than a pound. Just let that sink in for a moment. You're getting 759 autofocus points with AI-based subject detection that locks onto eyes, faces, animals, birds, vehicles, basically anything you point it at. And there's strong 8-stop stabilization that lets you handhold shots in situations where you'd normally need a tripod. Users consistently praise its color depth and image consistency across different lighting conditions. Now, some do note that the smaller grip feels less ergonomic with heavier lenses, which is a fair point. If you're planning to mount large telephoto glass on this body, the balance might feel off. But here's the thing. This camera's portability makes it a powerhouse for creators who shoot on location and demand full-frame quality in a discrete form factor. Landscape photographers who hike to remote locations love this because it doesn't weigh them down. Street photographers appreciate the low profile that doesn't draw attention. The 61 megapixel resolution gives you incredible flexibility in post-production. You can crop heavily and still maintain commercial quality detail. You can print large. You can deliver files that clients expect from much larger, more expensive systems. If your photography takes you places, from mountain trails to busy city streets, from intimate weddings to architectural shoots, the A7CR gives you uncompromised quality without the burden of a bulky setup. It's proof that in 2025, you really can have both resolution and portability without meaningful sacrifice. Where others stop at detail, this one begins. The GFX102 is for photographers who chase perfection. This 102 megapixel medium format beast delivers unreal sharpness, color accuracy, and tonal depth that full-frame sensors simply cannot match. Its backside illuminated CMOS sensor paired with 425-point autofocus makes it dramatically faster than its predecessor, and the 8 frames per second continuous shooting gives it surprising versatility for such a large sensor. Now, medium format has always been about image quality over speed, and this camera absolutely delivers on that promise. But what's remarkable here is that Fujifilm has managed to make it faster, more responsive, more usable in real-world shooting scenarios than previous generations. It's a favorite for landscape and commercial photographers, and the reason is simple. The sheer amount of recoverable detail in shadows and highlights is staggering. You can pull up shadows by multiple stops without introducing noise. You can recover blown highlights that would be completely lost on smaller sensors. On social media, creators describe its files as buttery smooth yet clinically sharp, which is the perfect description. There's a three-dimensional quality to the images, a sense of depth and micro-contrast that makes everything from textures to skin tones to foliage feel tangible. This camera excels in controlled shooting environments, studio work, landscape photography where you have time to compose carefully, fine art projects where every pixel matters, editorial assignments where the client expects medium format quality. It's not built for speed, it's built for legacy. Every frame from the GFX100 II feels like something you could print 6 feet wide and hang in a gallery. And in an age of disposable digital files, there's something deeply satisfying about creating images with that level of permanence and quality. If you're finding this list helpful so far, don't forget to hit subscribe. We've got in-depth reviews and comparisons of several of these cameras coming up soon. Real-world testing, raw file analysis, lens recommendations. Everything you need to make informed decisions about your next camera investment. It's not the flashiest camera, but it's the one you'll actually take everywhere. Nikon's Z6 III brings a 24.5 megapixel partially stacked backside illuminated CMOS sensor, delivering incredible low-light capability and fast readout speeds that minimize rolling shutter. With 20 frames per second bursts, deep dynamic range, and Nikon's signature color balance, this is the perfect daily driver for enthusiasts and professionals alike. You see, this camera is known for its hybrid excellence. It's equally good at portraits, landscapes, and casual events. Reddit users consistently call it the balanced hybrid that just works. And that's not marketing speak. That's the actual user experience. The improved autofocus system uses AI-driven subject recognition that tracks humans, animals, and vehicles with impressive reliability. The system doesn't hunt. It doesn't lose lock when subjects move erratically. It just works. The durable magnesium alloy body makes it a dependable choice for those who shoot in unpredictable conditions. Weather sealing is robust. Build quality inspires confidence. This is a camera you can trust in rain, snow, dust, heat. It's designed for real-world professional use. Now here's what makes the Z6 III special. It doesn't chase extreme specs in any one direction. It's not the highest resolution. It's not the fastest frame rate. It's not the most expensive. Instead, it balances all of these elements into a package that excels at everything without major compromises. Low light performance is exceptional thanks to the sensor, design, and processing pipeline. You can shoot at ISO 12800 and still get clean, usable files. Astro photography becomes accessible. Indoor events without flash become possible. If your camera needs to do a bit of everything, travel, portraits, family moments, landscape work, even the occasional action shot, the Z6 III is your best friend. It's the camera that disappears in your hands, that you stop thinking about, that simply captures what you see without getting in the way of your vision. Zero rolling shutter. 120 frames per second. Welcome to the future, the Sony A9 III. The A9 III is the world's first full-frame global shutter camera, and that alone changes everything. With a 24.6 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor and 120 frames per second continuous shooting, it captures lightning-fast subjects with zero distortion or blackout. Let me explain why the global shutter matters. Traditional sensors read data line by line, which creates rolling shutter distortion when subjects move quickly. Fast-moving objects get warped. Flash sync is limited. The global shutter reads all pixels simultaneously, eliminating these issues entirely. Sports and wildlife photographers rave about its responsiveness. It locks onto subjects instantly, and every frame is tack sharp. There's no viewfinder blackout during bursts. You maintain complete visual connection with your subject. It's like shooting with both eyes open. Add to that advanced AI autofocus with real-time recognition for humans, animals, birds, and even vehicles. And you get a camera that doesn't just keep up, it predicts your shot. The autofocus system learns movement patterns and anticipates where subjects will be. The buffer is essentially unlimited with fast cards. You can hold down the shutter and capture hundreds of raw frames without the camera choking. For decisive moment photography, for split-second expressions, for peak action, this capability is revolutionary. Now, the 24.6 megapixel resolution is lower than some competitors, but it's more than adequate for professional work. The trade-off gives you faster readout speeds, better low-light performance, and that game-changing global shutter technology. This is the kind of innovation that pushes the entire industry forward. The A9 III isn't just fast, it's flawless. It represents a fundamental shift in how cameras capture motion, and once you experience zero rolling shutter distortion, it's difficult to go back. And by the way, our brand new AltBuzz website is now live. You'll find detailed camera guides, lens reviews, comparison tools, and exclusive buyer recommendations. Everything we can't fit into YouTube videos is there waiting for you. The link's right below in the description. Why buy a flagship when you can get 90% of it for half the price? The Z8 takes almost everything that makes the Nikon Z9 legendary and packs it into a smaller, lighter body that's more practical for everyday use. It offers a 45.7 megapixel stacked full-frame sensor, 20 frames per second raw bursts, and deep buffer performance that never seems to choke even during extended shooting sessions. Users praise it as the most versatile camera of 2025. Perfect for landscapes, portraits, weddings, sports, wildlife, basically any genre you throw at it. Its autofocus system tracks effortlessly across the frame, and Nikon's color rendition remains unmatched for skin tones. There's a warmth and accuracy to how Nikon renders skin that makes it a favorite for portrait and wedding photographers. You spend less time color correcting in post-production. The files just look right straight out of camera. The 45.7 megapixel resolution hits the sweet spot between detail and file manageability. You get enough resolution for large prints and heavy cropping, but files aren't so massive that they slow down your workflow or fill up storage immediately. Build quality is excellent, weather sealing is comprehensive, controls are well placed, and the ergonomics feel natural for extended shooting sessions. The grip is deep enough for larger hands, and the weight distribution works well even with professional glass mounted. Now, what makes the Z8 such a compelling choice is the value proposition. You're getting flagship-level image quality, flagship-level autofocus, flagship-level build quality, but at a price point that's accessible to serious enthusiasts, not just established professionals. It's proof that in 2025, the gap between flagship and near-flagship cameras has narrowed considerably. For most photographers, the Z8 delivers everything they need without the extra cost or weight of the absolute top-tier body. If you want flagship-level quality without the flagship weight or costs, the Z8 is the sweet spot between power and practicality. It's the camera that makes you wonder why you'd spend more, because it simply doesn't feel like a compromise in real-world use. Canon listened, and this time, they absolutely nailed it. The R5 Mark II refines everything photographers loved about the original and fixes everything they didn't. It brings a 45 megapixel stacked, backside illuminated sensor, dual pixel autofocus 2 with even more sophisticated subject recognition, and burst rates up to 30 frames per second that make it a true hybrid performer. The original R5 was groundbreaking but had some thermal management issues that frustrated video shooters. The Mark II addresses those concerns comprehensively. Overheating is no longer a limitation. You can shoot extended video sessions without worry. But let's focus on stills because that's where this camera truly shines. It excels in dynamic range, color reproduction, and especially noise handling. Canon's neural noise reduction delivers crisp images even in challenging light without the artificial smoothing that plagues some AI noise reduction systems. Event shooters and wedding photographers call it the most reliable all-rounder Canon's ever made. And reliability is everything when you can't reshoot moments. When the bride walks down the aisle once, when the decisive moment happens and you need the camera to deliver. The dual-pixel autofocus 2 system is phenomenal. Eye tracking works through veils, through glasses, through challenging lighting. Animal tracking locks onto pets and wildlife with impressive tenacity. The system inspires confidence in a way that transforms how you shoot. The 45-megapixel resolution provides excellent detail for commercial work, editorial projects, and large prints. Colors are vibrant but not oversaturated. Skin tones are natural and flattering. The files have excellent latitude for post-processing while maintaining integrity. Ergonomics are refined with well-placed controls and customizable buttons that let you set up the camera exactly how you work. The weather sealing is comprehensive. The build quality feels professional and confidence-inspiring. Fast, stable, and stunning. The R5 Mark II feels like Canon's most confident camera in years. It's a statement that Canon is fully committed to the mirrorless future, and they've brought their decades of imaging expertise into this modern platform beautifully. This isn't a camera, it's a love letter to photography itself. The Hasselblad X2D II 100C defines photographic luxury in 2025. Its 100-megapixel medium format backside illuminated CMOS sensor captures images with over 15 stops of dynamic range, and its LiDAR-assisted autofocus makes focusing faster and more accurate than previous Hasselblad systems ever achieved. Let's talk about what 15.3 stops of dynamic range actually means. It means you can capture scenes with bright skies and deep shadows without losing detail in either. It means you have extraordinary latitude in post-processing to recover information without degradation. It means the sensor sees more than your eyes can perceive. The LiDAR-assisted phase detect autofocus represents a massive improvement over previous X-system cameras. Focusing is now fast enough for moving subjects. Low-light performance is dramatically better. The system tracks with confidence that earlier models couldn't match. With 10-stop in-body stabilization, yes, 10 stops, you can handhold this medium format camera in lighting conditions where you'd normally need a tripod. That opens up creative possibilities that were previously impossible with medium format systems. The redesigned ergonomics make the camera feel balanced and natural despite the substantial sensor size. Controls are logically placed. The new grip design distributes weight effectively. Hasselblad listened to user feedback and refined every aspect of the handling experience. But it's Hasselblad's signature natural color solution that makes this camera transcendent. Every frame looks alive. Skies have depth and gradation, shadows contain detail and texture, skin tones feel three-dimensional. It's not just technical excellence. It's artistry embedded in the sensor and processing pipeline. Landscape photographers adore its tonal depth and ability to render complex scenes with extraordinary fidelity. Portrait photographers love how it captures skin texture and color with a subtlety that's almost analog in its beauty. Commercial photographers trust it for campaigns where image quality is non-negotiable. The X2D II 100C improves on its predecessor with faster operation, quicker boot times, more responsive controls, and that crucial LiDAR autofocus upgrade. Reddit users who upgraded from the original X2D note smoother operation and less lag, small improvements that compound into a significantly better shooting experience. This camera isn't for everyone. It's not the fastest, it's not the cheapest. But if you care about ultimate image quality, not specs, not speed, but soul, the X2D II 100C is the camera that gives photography its magic back. It's for photographers who see their work as art, not just content, who value craftsmanship, who appreciate design, who understand that sometimes the tool itself elevates the process of creation in ways that transcend mere technical capability. So those were the top 10 photography cameras of 2025. From the practical heroes to the legendary masterpieces redefining stills photography this year. If this video helped you decide which camera deserves your money, give it a like, subscribe to Alt Buzz, and ring that bell for more deep dive reviews, real-world testing, and honest gear advice. And hey, if you'd like to support what we do, you can tap Super Thanks or join our membership for exclusive behind-the-scenes tests, raw file comparisons, and early access to upcoming reviews. We're building something special here at Alt Buzz, a community of photographers who value substance over hype, who want real information to make confident decisions. Thank you for being part of that. Until next time, keep shooting, keep creating, and remember, the best camera is the one that inspires you to see the world differently.